Hello. With climate change now taking center space, the central government is thinking of aligning farming methods with changing climate and rainfall pattern. The rainfall pattern in the past few decades has taken a totally deviant and skewed behavior, as it is recently revealed that Rajasthan, which used to be what we call a rainfall deficit state, is now getting excessive rainfall, and even across this country, the month of August, fall of rainfall is the highest since 1926. So rainfall pattern is affecting the sowing and cropping patterns of the agriculture sector. So the central government is seriously what we call thinking about aligning farming methods with the changing climate and rainfall pattern. See, the focus is going to be minimum water consumption and minimum nutrient use to maximize the productivity. So the focus is going to be on the utilization of water. It wants to what we call achieve this minimum water utilization by going in for drip irrigation, fertigation, conservation agriculture, and mechanization. Through these methods, the central government plans to achieve the minimum water and minimum nutrient use to reap rich harvest from the crops that's being sown in this country. The alignment of farm sowing and harvest planning, these are the two very important things. Farm sowing is one aspect, and the harvest planning is a totally different thing, because the climate change is going to play a spoil sport in this matter. So therefore, the central government also seriously giving a thought to align farm sowing and harvest planning with the changes in climate and rainfall pattern. So the basic focus of this exercise is moving towards precision agriculture. Precision agriculture with optimum water and nutrient use through drip irrigation, through fertigation, through conservation, agriculture, and mechanization of the activities. So the basic underlying focus is going to be improving the productivity, and also going in for a right crop to plant, then taking into account the climate change and the rainfall pattern across the country. So how is the central government thinking of achieving this objective? Basically, see, if you look at in 1992, the entire country has been divided into 20 agroecological zones. They have divided the entire geography of the country into 20 agroecological zones by including soil and length of growing plan for scientific planning and development of agricultural and allied sectors. Now these 20 agri-ecological zones are now being divided into 7 zones. These 20 zones, earlier they were there, they have been now divided into 7 zones for better coordination and implementation of central schemes. So this is the new step that the central government is taking under the backdrop of climate change and rainfall pattern, charting out zone-wise crop plan for scientific farming. So by focusing on zone-wise crop planting, the central government aims to achieve the objective of maximizing the agricultural produce by minimizing water and by minimizing nutrient use. So the plan for each zone is going to be like diversification of crops with relation to changing climate, and farm mechanization, and adoption of agroforestry with medicinal plants, integration of animal husbandry in the arid zones, then export promotion, and maximization of farmers' income through scientific farming. So these are all the above objectives of this new move that the central government is seriously considering to implement. So because climate change is going to play a big role in the agriculture sector, because uh, the seasons have been changed and the farmers have no clue about what's going to happen the next morning or what's going to happen the next season. They are not they are not given any early warning about the seasonal changes and how they have to plan their harvest. Sowing is one aspect and harvesting is another aspect. When the sowing was done in good timing, but when it comes to harvest season, if there were unusual floods or unusual rainfall or unusual acts of God, then all the labor goes into waste. So keeping these things into consideration, keeping the changes in the climate as it has been precisely monitored in the past 3 to 4 decades, the central government has taken a right step in moving towards aligning farming methods with changing climate and rainfall pattern. So this happens because farmers are going to be the biggest beneficiary in this country, and the farm incomes are going to be raised, productivity would be increased, and per capita incomes would also go up. All this augurs well for the farming community, because agriculture sector is the only sector in the country which is adding to the GDP, as the recent data shows that 3.5% of the GDP has been contributed by the agriculture sector alone. So therefore, the focus of the central government is going to be agriculture sector, and that's all good news for our farming community. Thank you.